Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai Brakathum to you hopefully elect. And came across this video by Dave Hodgins, which, here on the Common Sense Show, I myself and other brothers have done commentaries based off some of his videos, because he brings out some information that can pretty much you can tie into the scriptures and filter through the scriptures. And came across this video entitled "Biden's immigration policies have threatened your health care." And you see, because to touch on this possible removal of the Title 42, all right, which again, like Dave Hodges was going in, he touched on it in his video, and I found it rather interesting through the spirit, because again, with the removing of the Title 42, I'm gonna go ahead and read this real quick, because pretty much, man, Esau, and I'm talking about these patriotic Edomites, the average civilian here in America, man, they see their kingdom losing, or they see the kingdom falling, all right, and pretty much part of why this kingdom is going down, they're going to blame it on a lot of Jakes. They're going to blame it on a lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, because they're already complaining about a lot of these so-called illegal immigrants coming over here and taking all the jobs. Well, again, with the removing of this Title 42, and like I said, he made a pretty interesting point, how this will pretty much, and I can see it, how this could pretty much cause a strain on the healthcare system, because included in that Title 42, well, pretty much with the removing of it, all right, which the Title 42 is, whether they keep it into policy or not, these so-called illegal immigrants are still going to come over here regardless. But with the removing of it, with the proper screening, with the removing of this Title 42, there pretty much won't be a proper screening of who these so-called illegal immigrants are and where they're going. All right. And with that being said, because included in this Title 42, because with the removing of it, some so-called illegal immigrant or immigrants could bring some type of, pathogen, disease or whatever that could possibly spread, which that could be another narrative that they use on Jake to say that, just like they did with the CVID, they were pretty much blaming the spread of the CVID on Jake, because Jake, for the most part, some Jake, because a lot of Jake, they actually took that jump shot, but some Jake, they didn't want to take it, and they were putting this narrative out there, how and I quote, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, unquote, didn't want to take this, because they were saying that they were more vulnerable, and with that being said, they didn't want to take the jump shot. So again, all just this narrative of blaming this thing on Jake, blaming this boogeyman on Jake, because at one point they were pushing the narrative about opening the society back up, and because people were desperate to get back to quote unquote normal, but there were, again, because Esau, he's all about narrative, pushing a narrative. So this narrative that we pretty much can't open the society back up because people don't want to take the jump shot, and even more so, Jake, they want to take the jump shot, and they're the ones that are more vulnerable. And until we get the immunity, herd immunity, and all this, all this other nonsense, well, again, this narrative, again, being put on Jake, again, with these so-called illegal immigrants coming over here, and the lifting of this Title 42, and again, it is going to cause a lot of Edomites to take their frustrations out on Jake, man. It's going to cause a lot of these patriotic Edomites, the regular average citizen of Esau here in America, to take their frustrations out on Jake. Because I'm going to play this video. Like I said, I just through the spirit, I found it rather interesting. I'm going to play this video.
With Dave.com. Yuma Regional Director for Health, Roger Tranchel. He's actually getting some interview time. A little bit on Fox, a little bit here and there on the radio. And what he said was, our healthcare system in Yuma is in big trouble. Now, let me put it in words he didn't say, but what he really should have said, but he's not trying to panic. We're on the verge of collapse. The Yuma Regional Hospital has lost $20 million. I reported on this 2 months ago. People didn't want to listen. They thought I was pushing the panic button. Now this has reached the mainstream coverage button of the mainstream media. What happens is these people walk in, and Tranchel had a good point. He said that most people think we're wasting money treating people with colds and the flu. He goes, some of that happens, yes. But he said, we have people that have the same cross-section of health problems as Americans who are here. They need heart surgery. They have appendicitis. They need appendix surgery. Sometimes birth is complicated. Their babies need weeks or months of neonatal care. He went on and talked about the extreme expense. Now, here's what's happening. The healthcare system in Yuma is collapsing. The healthcare system in America that mandates that we treat these millions of illegal immigrants for free, what do you think that's going to do to your rates? When a store gives away a product for free, what's that do to the price relative to everybody else? Well, it goes up. Well, the same thing is holding true here. You are going to be priced out of healthcare because Biden's sending millions of migrants here to this country, and federal law requires them to be treated for free. And they can't even track these people down if they become citizens because we don't know where they go. There's no database record. It's just open the gates, goodbye, see you, have a nice life. Insanity at its peak. Your health care is now in jeopardy because of Biden.
So you see, again, these so-called illegal immigrants, and I say so-called because, you can't be an illegal immigrant in your own land, nevertheless. But anyways, these so-called illegal immigrants basically getting treated for free, which is gonna again put more pressure on the healthcare system, and even more so for the average American citizen out here. You see, again, here it is, these so-called illegal immigrants getting free healthcare, free treatment, all right, and the average citizen has to pay for it. They're going to end up getting the worst end of the stick, so to say. You see, and again, that's going to cause, like I said, man, this is going to, Lord willing, spread like wildfire, and like I said, just another narrative to blame some shit on Jake. You see, and I was reading these comments, right? Read some of these comments, It says, one says, Americans can't get free health care, but illegal immigrants can. What is happening to the country is disappointing before our eyes. So you see, read another one. It says, no database on the illegals, but they're spending how much to track every single gun owner. So you see the controversy that this is stirring up. All right. Pretty much this division that's being stirred up. You see, and reading some more, it says illegal immigrants are going to be allowed to get food stamps now. It says another one says you better not get sick unless you are illegal. Because again, here it is, these so-called illegal immigrants getting this free health care, but the average American citizen, their health care is going to start going up because of this. You see? And I'm going to read this last one. It says, I remember you reported that migrants would all go to the head of the line for hospital care. That was disturbing enough. In that sense, Americans are being forced to pick up the tab for each migrant's free health care as their medical costs are added to the Americans are being forced to pick up the tab for each migrant's free health care. So you see, like I said, as their medical costs are added on to American health plans. So you see, and hey, like I said, these American civilians, man, more so these Edomites, man, they're starting to feel what it feels like to be a nigga, man. They're starting to feels like to be a Jake, and they're not having it. The fact that they're losing their kingdom, and not only are they losing it, they're losing it to Jake. Like I said, man, hey, this is going to cause more division, and eventually Esau, he's going to take his frustrations out on Jake. You see? So I'm going to just read this real quick. In Isaiah 42:13, it says, the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. So you're seeing in Yahweh Shema Shai, he's stirring this spirit up. Like I said, divisions. All right. Tension is already at an all-time high, and it's only getting worse. You really got to be careful out here, I remember a point in time. There was a point in time when, when these, what do they call this? The holiday season, Yeah, at one point there used to be a spirit of just, jolly and mirth. But as of recent years, man, it's been more so a thing of, hey, be careful. I know I went out on Sunday, which was Christmas. I was just out and about, just hustling and whatnot, because obviously I can care less. I try to make as much money as I could. My little side gig and whatnot, and pretty much all day, hey, I was telling people, hey, be careful out here, man, and hey, you too, bro, yeah, because that's the spirit that's out here. It's you got to be careful, man. Because again, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's stirring the spirit up. All right. He's stirring the spirit up, man. There's a certain spirit out here where, hey, you got to be careful. You got to be, we got to be careful. We got to be circumspect, because it's just a matter of time before this thing blows over, man. It's just a matter of time, And the scriptures go into how the Lord, see if I can get that real quick. In Luke 12:51, it says, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. So you're seeing, again, this is part of that spirit that the Lord is stirring up, man. That spirit of division, and all flocks of birds are flocking to their kind, so to say. You see, man, and hey, Esau, like I said, man, they're getting to a point where they're getting sick and tired of Jake, man, taking all the jobs. Now they talk about the collapse of the healthcare system. Hey, man, it's going to get crazy out here, man. I'm going to get this last one in Isaiah 19 and 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So you see, man, from the red states versus blue states to Jake going after Esau going after Jake, and it's just going to be all type of hell breaking loose, all type of chaos out here, man. Because like I read in these comments, man, hey, people, they're not with this, you know. They're not with this whatsoever. So, like I said, man, it's just a matter of time before this thing blows over, man. You know, and hey, man, Lord willing, 2023, man, this is going to be one. You know, I'm anxious because the Apostle Tahar, you know, he mentioned in the video that he did a few days ago, a week ago or so, about how, you know, he pretty much through the Spirit already has the theme for next year, but you know, he's not going to give it out yet. You know, he didn't tell anyone yet, but he already, through the Spirit, knows what 2023 is going to be, and I can't wait. You know, I can't wait because, again, we just know, man, we believe strongly that, hey, 2023 is going to be one hell of a year, man. You know, 2023 is going to be one hell of a year, and Lord willing, this thing goes down, man. You know, Lord willing. But like I said, I just thought this was rather interesting through the Spirit. You know, Lord willing, it was edifying. Giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Brakathum to you, hopefully elect. Lord willing, until next time, Shalom.